Hello guys, I'm super excited to show you the new updated V2 version of the plugin. There are many things that have been changed. As you can see here on the right hand side, there is so much stuff now that it had to be divided into 5 categories. And on the left hand side we now have access also to face component that is taking advantage of the MetaHuman head and the MetaHuman face animation expression. They are compatible across all MetaHuman characters without need to retarget. There will be another video explaining how to achieve this setup when we are using a mannequin sort of body and animations and MetaHuman head. I think that's the way to go forward when you have big libraries of assets that you can use. Minor changes here, mostly cosmetic, to give you some information to avoid any confusion on what you are doing. For example, we can a couple of clicks export all the animation range to create movies for the UMG without the need to deal with external libraries or the hassle of the media players. Big new stuff, excited stuff is this checkbox to generate automatically new file name. This way you will avoid any troubles that are there due to the editor and its memory, how it works. Sometimes it won't import the new captures because you just deleted them and they are still in the memory. When using bulk exports, it's nice to also click this folder. So now you will see in a second this will create three letters. So there is now default folder has been updated to underscore captures, where it will create depending on what you are doing. So auto frame is for the animes, bulk is for the various actors in the scene, and single folder. And within here it will just keep changing these letters, and when it reaches Z it will start on the next character. When it will reach triple Z, it will go back to AA. So for example, you will get now all these. Instead of using the matrix, there is now available script, so you can just press Ctrl A and script it as an action. Now when you hover on them, they change fast, but until you hover on them they won't reflect. And as you can see now, they are all in user interface 2D and texture group UI. You can of course customize the script. So another exciting thing is now you don't have to fill in any materials to the post-process volume as long as it's there and the bounds are on infinite. That's all that matters. As you can see now, these lights are customized. They are part of the plugin to be able to change them at the runtime. And another very interesting workflow available for you guys is this actor of HDR. Of course you can rotate it, but you can also rotate it runtime. And when you gather your favorite HDR arrays, you can store them into this struct with your favorite rotations. So now we have the option to export our actor in the scene with all the HDRIs with one click. If you don't have this BP underscore big HDRI actor, then nothing will happen. But also to make it easier to work with, it should automatically remove this nasty stuff that you don't need during these HDRI/HRS shots. And we can also hide this HDRI background if you want to. So now you have the option to rotate. It works in the 360 because I hate this minus 180, 80. It doesn't matter what you input, will work either way. If you work in 180 or 360, it will all work. And also change to your other stored favorite HDRIs. Let's say that I want to really take something with a manual focus, with a portrait of the face and blurry background. We can also now move the camera. Ideally, click this store FreeCam data. I will explain that more in detail in another video, but right now I'm moving camera, not the actor, and because the camera location is different from 000, I will get an info here to warn me, as it can get quite messy. Camera type, you will have to select that here in your sign camera component. I didn't made it available because most people know what they want, so in my case, for the showcase I'm using 16:9 DSLR, which I'm familiar with to work with such cameras. So now let's say I want a precise rotation of the background, so I will press spacebar for a minimal key sensitivity, and now I will be changing the rotation just by 1 degree. So something like this, for example, and we want to work on that manual focus distance. And it's quite tricky to use it with the sliders, so there are now shortcuts 3 and 4. Again, it works with the sensitivity, so I will bump up the sensitivity. And now I have too much light on the face. I don't like that at all. It's too bright because we are getting all the light from the others. So I'm gonna adjust at runtime the lighting. I could adjust the position, but that's not my problem. Say that this is the light on the face, and let's say that I want to change the color at runtime. For the cheeks, maybe to change a little bit of color. I can, oh, I don't like it, I want to go back to white light again. So now let's say I want to take also advantage of my pack of, I have bought 500 LUTs. Let's say I want to make or quickly have a look through certain effects that might be something that I want or don't want. So I will grab some color correction. I know my favorite ones are around here. They are very gentle. So in this case, I'm gonna go with this, and I'm gonna go back to light and maybe try if changing the light color will achieve something better for me or not. Can always go back and yeah, maybe change last minute, change the animation. Once I'm happy, I can export it. This will go to the saved folder in your project, and it's gonna create this high-res shot. And now you see it's not in the correct 920 by 980, so I would like to fix that. And there are two ways of doing it. I can just auto calculate height. This way all that matters is the first. So for example, if we would leave here 540 504, doesn't matter. It totally doesn't matter because the shot will be calculated by the variable. So when you work with higher resolutions, you don't really need to worry about calculating it right. Okay, let's say I want 4096 here, and I don't want to worry about it. How much should be the height? And you see, now I'm gonna automatically have it at 2304. Okay, so let's see, you want to take advantage of the HDRI workflow. So now when you press export all, it will generate 4 that are stored plus the one that is currently on the screen. And now you have automatically 5. So it's a very powerful feature because there are websites with 20,000 free HDRIs, and any of your custom level you can convert to HDRI. So when you combine that with dropping an extra static mesh or something to create the right scene or the ambient for the photograph, you can quite quickly, you know, generate a lot of different lighting results and a lot of different photos. So by the way, the eyelashes disappearing on the photos has to do with the setup of the LODs in this eyelashes components and the hair components. The only way that works for me is to put this curve decimation to 1 on all LODs and put it to strands and visible. So now let's say you want to use a custom static mesh in a scene, or basically you don't want to really use in this way Crunch as your actor, as she will be the main actor, but he's just a prop. So all you have to do is fill in into the tag BG for background. Yeah, so all of these have a tag of background. So as you can see, they will be now ignored, and you are gonna have to use HRS. When you click use HRS, in this case we don't need manual focus. It's swapping between a normal camera component and sign camera component. I have done some auto calculation for the zoom, because zoom now it's a kind of little bit different thing with the sign camera. So you see the numbers are quite high on the HRS versus similar with the normal camera. So when you click, I will auto increase the value. You are most likely closer to where you want to be. Here on the top it's telling you what you can manipulate with the offsets. Right now we are moving actor, but we have to increase the sensitivity with a spacebar, and now just with your ASD keys and W, just set it up where you like it. Let's say that you want to move a camera, so now you are moving the camera component. Don't forget to unclick the free camera movement, because that's the number one. So always remove it, back to actor, and in this very specific case, and the reason why I created it, will automatically populate this combo string box with the attachments. So you can select the attachment, and when you click on the box, okay, if this happens, if it disappears, just press escape and press alt P. Sometimes it happens with the attachments. That's why they are not stored in the permanent data storage. I felt it would be quite dangerous. It's quite tricky to move the attachments anyway, so sometimes there might be stuff that happens to it, but just exit and restart again. And in this case, if I'm happy with the attachment, again, don't forget to unclick the box. Another quite interesting workflow is to use a simple square box with a nice texture. So now the interesting part about this, if you prepare your material instance with the ability to give the offsets, and I will drag it now to my other screen. If I move my material instance to the other monitor, and I have the function to offset the U or the V part of the texture, gives me really a power to create what I like. And also I can adjust the light. Just make sure free camera movement is off when dealing with the lights. Make sure this doesn't stay on. These buttons will automatically generate at the begin play. A maximum number is 1 more, so 2 slots are reserved for skylight and directional light. If no directional light is present, it's grayed out. Same would happen. And then for your custom lights, the maximum number is 7 altogether. If you exceed that, it's not gonna work, but that should be more than enough. So now I know that's the point light creating that effect for the texture. And let's say you can now control the light, can totally change the color. Let's say you want to go some exotic also on your main one. Yeah, you can do whatever. And finally you can figure it out with maybe using some LUTs that gives you whole range. Now for the fans of outlines and cartoons, just make sure to switch off this bottom of the light, okay? So we don't want it on because it would prioritize selecting color on the light. So let's say we start using outlines and we just give it some basic numbers. The first, this one I recommend going black to get a better results, but it's up to you, whichever you like. Don't forget to switch it off. It will automatically switch off between these two. And in here, for example, I'm going to select that. Don't forget to switch it off. And then if you are a fan of a cartoon, you can take advantage of the cartoon shader. Find what works with the character. Don't forget to switch it off. Here you have some blend maximum distance and blend amount. Play with that, see what you like. Let's say that you really like what you're doing, that it's an amazing masterpiece, and you want to save it. So you're gonna save it as crunch. Okay, so save. Now you can never delete default. If you select here crunch and then you delete, that's all deleted, all work lost, and it will automatically go to default. So I have recreated some sort of crunch profile, and now I have adjusted the color of the lights, as you can see here at the bottom. Yeah, I'm controlling that light color, and also here on the spotlight, that's over there, and on this side I made it green. So now you save the profile, or you can use a shortcut Ctrl S, and that will pop up a message that it was saved. And now let's see when we exit what happens. Okay, so as you can see, the lights in the scene are not exactly the same like what you just updated. There is an editor utility to sync lighting. So when you click on this, click Run Editor Utility, dock it wherever you like it, and now you click Sync Lighting, and it will give you the lighting that you had saved in the last profile. It might be desirable to sync it, or you know, sometimes it's easier to work on the lighting in the editor, sometimes it's easier to work on the lighting at the runtime. So it's your choice. You have all the tools to do whatever you like. Now to reset all lights to white is just with one click. So special thank you to all guys who already bought this product, and I really appreciate your support and the comments. As you can see, you asked for these features, I have made them possible, and I hope you guys will be kind enough to leave me a positive review. So all the best with your project, and see you next time.